What's up, you guys? Welcome back. I'm here with another video. Nothing specific. We don't have a shoe review. We don't have a product review to do today. But honestly, this video is more important than those. Personally, from me, I'd like to say thank you to the 100 of you who have subscribed to this channel. It happened quickly, to be quite honest. I first started putting these videos out as a way to kind of practice my video skills, share my love for basketball, but also to kind of help me get out of kind of a funk that I was in just in life in general. Basketball for me has always been an outlet. It has always been a tool. It's always been a safe space for me to kind of just deal with the things that happen in everyday life. And as a lot of you have experienced yourselves in different ways, 2020, 2021 have been crazy, and basketball, quite honestly, has been a huge part in me being able to kind of survive those times and stay sane when I had the opportunity to go outside and just hoop with it, whether it be by myself, with my brother-in-law, then my cousins, eventually with other people. But my love for basketball has somehow magically turned into a subscription for the 100 of you guys. So I appreciate you guys so much for that. And as a thank you, I'd like to start, I don't really want to say I want to start a new segment because I don't really want to bind myself to doing this. But if you enjoy this segment, maybe I'll keep doing it. But I'd love to tell a story from the court as kind of celebration and my way of saying thank you to all of you by sharing a very heartbreaking story about me on the basketball. So I guess I can call this Tales from the Court. So everyone at some point when they're younger has a dream of growing up and playing professional basketball, whether it be overseas, in the NBA. You imagine and envision yourself as your favorite basketball player in that scenario. 3, 2, 1, you shoot the shot, you make it, everybody goes crazy, you win the championship, right? You play this daydream, and sometimes even when you're sleeping, you play this dream over and over in your head. And as you're growing up, you're trying to kind of create these moments as if these moments will define who you are, and in that these moments will catapult you. At least for me, this is what I believed. These moments will catapult me into stardom and put me on the path of playing in the NBA. Because when I would watch these shows and they'd share these stories about Michael Jordan, or they share these stories about LeBron James, or they share these stories about Allen Iverson, they share all these accolades and all these moments, and every single one of them, they have that one moment. They have that defining moment where their parent says, "That's when I know," or somebody, oh, go look it up. Somebody in the video will always say, "And that's when I knew he was going to the league." Somebody's gonna, that's when I knew he was gonna go to the NBA. That's when I knew he was gonna go pro. That's when I knew he was the real deal. That's when I knew he was different than everybody else. So I wanted one of those moments, and this is the story of that moment and how it was taken away from me at such a young age. And if I become triggered, I apologize. I apologize. This wound is a scar, and that scar I don't think will ever fully heal. So I'm I think 10 or 11 years old, playing in my community center rec league team, first round of the playoffs. All of the parents are there. In my mind, it's like a packed game because all the little bleachers and stands are filled, so there's probably like 55 people there, right? But for an 11-year-old, it's a lot of people. At least at the time. Now 11-year-olds are playing in like gyms in front of 500, 600, 700 people. It's crazy. Like, the game of basketball has changed in a short amount of time. Just from the time I started playing to now, just from like 2005 when I graduated high school to now, the game of basketball, as far as exposure, has changed completely. So in this game, it's a close game. The entire game, it's a close game. The other team has a player that at the time felt like he was 7 feet tall. You always run into a team that has that one kid that's super tall and is just dominating everybody else because he's bigger than everyone. One of those kids is like, I need to check his birth certificate, and I need to know if you're the parent or like an uncle or something, because this isn't adding up. So they had one of these kids, right? But he couldn't go left. Granted, we're only 11 years old at that time. If you don't practice that, you don't use it. But I was a player who preferred to go left. Even at that age, I preferred to go left, and that's something that my uncle, who taught me a lot of kind of the skills that I have, he kind of instilled that, and not only me, but his kids as well on the court, like, prefer to go the opposite direction because it makes you harder to guard. So I ended up having to guard this 6 foot tall kid. And the only reason I ended up having to guard him is because in practice, I was the only person that could somehow commit and force somebody to go left. I just would commit and sit on the right side, and if you're going right, I'm getting the charge. I just kind of, in my mind, like, you're gonna hit me or go left. And if you hit me, I'm going to fall, take a charge, and the coach is always going to give it to me, because at that age, the coaches just want to see you make effort plays. They're always going to reward you for the effort plays. So, fourth quarter. This is pretty much the entirety of the story. This is the I'll get right to the suspenseful part. Fourth quarter, down 5. They get the ball. Shot, miss. We come down. I get the ball, top of the key, drive to the basket, dish it to the corner. Teammate hits a 3, right? Down 2. Boom. Easy. Come back down. They come down. I force the big guy left. He gets nothing, passes it away. We steal it. My teammate goes, boom, layup. Game's tied, right? At this point, there's probably maybe 25 seconds left in the game. There's not a whole lot of time left in the game. So I'm thinking, cool, overtime. We all know who the ball's going to go to try to get that last bucket. It's a no-brainer. So for me, I'm kind of like, all I got to do is make him go left, make him shoot a tough shot, and hopefully we can get a rebound and we can get out of here. But what ended up happening was an opportunity of a lifetime. So he gets the ball, they inbounds from the side. They throw it to the top of the key. My guy's in the post. They throw it to him. He fakes right. I'm still there. He fakes left. I'm letting him go left. He fakes back right. I stand there. He tries to go right. I bump him. He turns left, shoots the shot, misses. I get the rebound. There's probably like 15 seconds left, right? I'm coming down the court. I get to the half court line. Spin. I get to the 3-point line. Ooh, behind the back. I stop. Now, if any of you have ever played community center or rec league basketball in the hood, there is one thing that is common all around the country. The floors are fucked up. And if you don't have someone who really takes the time and effort to sweep and take care of those floors, you're gonna be sliding like Michael Jackson. And more likely than not, the city hasn't paid any money or given any money to those community centers to keep the hardwood tarnished so that you can have traction. So you're probably gonna be sliding like you would be on cement. And that's exactly what happened. I stopped, I started to slide. I recognized that I was going to slide and that I might get called for a travel. So I let it go. I just let it go. And the ball goes in. 10 seconds left. We're up 2 points. But wait, there's a whistle. I turn and look. she's calling travel on me. Oh my God, I was devastated. I was hurt. The parents, you could hear the parents, boo, boo. They're booing the referee. And it's really not because, they're upset. It's more like they're kids. They're 10 and 11 years old. You know the court's jacked up. You know what? We're at Rainier Community Center before they had the remodel. You know how bad this court is. You can't put that against him. It's not like he was supposed to sweep the floor. And he made the shot. You might as well give it to him. I can see if he slid, missed, and you wanted to call travel and go out of bounds. But you gotta give it to him. Or at least give him the figure it out. But nope. They gave him the ball back. They go sidelines. I, for whatever reason, end up getting switched to another player. Our big, who is in foul trouble, comes back on the court. You know where they're going. He got the ball, fake left, kid bid, he went right, they scored, game over, they win by 2. I'm devastated. I am absolutely devastated. In my mind, this was the story that they were going to tell on NBC on Sunday. We had the they were going to tell this story when I made it to the NBA. This was the story that was going to be the one where they were like, and that's when I knew Joseph was going to the NBA. Or somebody there understands, and that's when I knew that boy was special. Or that's when I knew he was different than everybody else. That was that moment. Who comes in, locks down the other team's key player, locks him down in the 4th for the comeback. Not only does he get the key stop, I get the board. I hit the spin move. I go behind the back. I slide and hit the shot. And you take it away from me. My barber, or the barber who was cutting my dad's hair at the time, he was there. His nephew played on the team. He still cuts my hair today. Shout out to Devon. He tried to console me. He knew I was hurt. We're in the car on the ride home. My mom, my dad, my sister. I'm quiet the whole ride. Whole car ride is quiet. My dad says to me, I'm sitting in the back. He says to me, son, you okay? I say to him, mind you, I'm 10, 11 years old. I say to him, no, I'm not okay. He said, what's wrong? Is it the game? I say, yeah. That referee stole my defining moment. Oh